TikTokers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today and choosing to spend even a little portion of your day or your night or your evening, whatever time you're watching this at, with me. I really appreciate it. Now, as we're aware, Noodles has been involved in a lot recently, to say it very bare bones, right? And now there's another allegation being flung his way, and he is allegedly suing his ex-assistant. Now, the reason I really wanted to talk about this because there's other stories happening with Noodles right now that I could cover before this one, and this is something I really wanted to talk about because before doing YouTube, which is now like my full-time gig, surprisingly, I used to work a lot, like unpaid, in media. I used to study in media, I got my qualifications, and I used to work with all these different TV productions, and I would always work as like an intern. I would work for free, and most of them you would be treated really awfully. So whenever I hear someone speaking about their workplace treating them really bad, allegedly, or being very unprofessional or whatever, I really sympathize towards the person who's speaking up, and that's exactly what's happening in this certain situation. So this ex-assistant of Noodles is speaking up about the fact that she quit, and the reason she quit was that Dennis told her that there was going to be a YouTube video they were filming where they were going to go to Burning Man. Now, I did not know what Burning Man was, nor did I know Dennis had done this video, but since, you know, I've gone on his YouTube channel and I've seen that he did this video that says, I died at Burning Man. So just to kind of give you like a brief of what Burning Man is.
Here, preparing.
It's giving desert, Vegas, dry ass, no water.
What about a car?
Hot as fuck.
You know, do you just keep it in your garage, waiting for a whole year until you can come back to Burning Man and use it?
Jesus Christ. He tried to make a joke within the couple seconds we watched and it fell fucking flat. So anyway, this is kind of the setting that we're dealing with. And she was speaking about the fact that Dennis one day was like, we're gonna be doing this for work, we're going here, pack your shit. And she works for him, so she went. Now again, she is the assistant role. Now she has opened up about the fact that that trip kind of prompted her to realize that Dennis is not clever in any way, and that actually he's quite stupid, that he was so unprepared for it, he didn't prepare her for anything, and she said because of that, she went on this trip not knowing how to dress. Like, she went in like a jumper and shorts, so she didn't know she'd be like seen out and about. She didn't know that there was not water in Burning Man, like you couldn't purchase food or water. That was something that Dennis should have told her. So she came with a bottle of water that she got at the airport, and she was like surviving off of like one bottle of water in the hot ass desert because Dennis had not told her what to do. She said it was just really unprofessional. She said that Dennis wanted to rent a car, but his driver's license was expired. So again, he then made her allegedly get the car under her license and she had to pay for it. So it just seemed that Dennis was so unprofessional and kind of at last minute allegedly told her to come on this trip and then made her do everything in it. And so she's speaking up about it, and we're gonna hear what she has to say, and there's a couple tweets as well. So someone said, story time about quitting your job. You can help others avoid toxic workplaces. Now, it's important to note that she never once says Dennis's name. Now, this doesn't really mean anything to us because we know that she did work for Dennis. But the reason it's important to note that she's not mentioning his name is because she made this TikTok talking about her work environment, not naming the name, so day-to-day people would not know that this was Dennis's ex-assistant, and he's now allegedly suing her for this video in which she doesn't mention his name once, because that's what he does. Keemstar, his ex-workers, sue them, because he has no other power. So anyway, let's hear what she has to say.
Hi, okay, yes, I quit my job. If you know who I work for, you know. You probably understand.
That's all she says. If you know who I work for, then you know. Dennis, you can't sue her for that.
Why I quit, but the main thing...
Or you can try and waste a shit ton of money like you're currently doing in the Keemstar lawsuit. The Keemstar is going to win, by the way. Just to remind you.
Pushed me over the edge was Burning Man. So get this, I had to go on a work trip to Burning Man to record a YouTube video. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm assuming my boss is gonna tell me like what I need to bring or like what to prepare for or like anything.
No, because that would be if your boss was clever.
I didn't get any details. I didn't even want to go in the first place, okay? I was getting bad vibe. I just didn't really want to go. So I asked him like a few days prior. I was like, did you already like buy the tickets or anything? Like it just doesn't really go with my schedule. And he like got mad and he's like, I dropped like $4,000 on this trip, like, you know, let me know if you can't come. I was like, okay, like, I'll just go, whatever. So I go, we fly to Reno, we get there, We wait like an hour in line for the rental car place. He goes up with an expired driver's license.
Good job, Dennis. Good job, Dennis.
I'm sorry, like, well, how did you think you could rent a car with an expired driver's license? So then he's like, you can do it, like me. And they're like, well, the person who like rents the car has to put their card down. So I had to put my card down, like a $400 charge on my card. And so the rental car was under my name. Then
which also puts her at responsibility for her boss. Like, this is something that should not have even been done. The fact that she has to then take ownership for this car, like, how it's handled, how it's driven, if it ever speeds, if it ever gets any, you know, like, hits or bumps, whatever. It's Dennis driving it, but Dennis made her put all of her, like, credentials down on it, which, again, shouldn't be happening in the workplace. It's the boss's responsibility. But are we surprised that Dennis is extremely lackluster as a boss to his employees? No.
To Burning Man, like 3 hours. That shit took 6 hours because he went off-road. He was like, fuck the GPS, I see it over there, let's just drive straight through the desert.
Yep, sounds like Dennis.
Also, I had half a bottle of water with me that entire time. We were in the middle of the desert, no phone service. He just starts going off-road in the rental car.
That is under her, like, permission, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like, under her control, legally. Like, she's the one in control of that car. But he's the one being reckless with it. Okay. Just
drives in many ditches. Like, we got stuck.
He drives in many ditches, she says. With a car that's now under her. Not him.
At one point, I literally thought I was gonna die. And it was, like, so bumpy. My head fucking was, like, hitting the ceiling. I was anxious the entire time. Like, so anxious. It was, like, literally one of the worst experiences of my life. It was really bad. And then we finally get to Burning Man, like 5 hours later. We pull up, and then
all this for a shitty YouTube video, Dennis.
I'm like, where are we sleeping? He's like, I'm probably not gonna sleep because I have a lot of work to do, but you can sleep in the car.
I wonder why Dennis isn't sleeping. Do you remember him? The past few days in his YouTube videos? Like this? As if he's sitting on a fucking 9-inch vibrator? I wonder why he wasn't sleeping. My goodness. Can't think of the powdery reason.
Oh. Okay.
Allegedly, just a joke. Dennis, you know, like a joke. I know you don't know what that is, but anyway, that's what that was.
Nice to know. I could have brought like a pillow or something.
So anyway, he's now not even taking into account that his workers need to sleep. And he's saying, oh, if you do, you can sleep in the car. This violates so many, like, working environment guidelines. Holy shit.
I literally didn't even bring pants. Like, I'm wearing shorts and a fucking Gap hoodie. And then we get there, we get the tickets, and he's like, oh, this is like a rave? I thought it was like a hippie commune thing. How the fuck you just drop 4K on a trip and you don't even know what it is? What? I'm like, okay, this guy's not as smart as I thought he was. I didn't even think he was, but I'm like, come on, dude, come on. Like, be fucking for real, okay? Anyways, so we get there. They don't sell water there or food. It's like, it was a quick Google search. And I know I could have done it, but it's like, I'm going on a work trip. Like, I didn't think my boss was dumb enough to not fucking tell me any of this shit.
Oh, we could have told you he was dumb enough, babe. We could have told you he was dumb enough.
He didn't do a simple Google search, which if you type in Burning Man, you click on the thing, there's a big thing with a survival guide. It tells you that they don't sell food. They don't buy or sell goods there. That's just how it is. So there was no water.
Who would have thought that Def Noodles, like, even behind the scenes, was as much of a disaster than what he is in front of the scenes?
My water bottle from the airport.
Poor girl.
And no food. And we were in the middle of the desert. And I had to sleep in the car. And there was no bathrooms. There was just porta potties and hand sanitizer.
This is so creepy. I want to look up where Burning Man is. Oh, Queen Elizabeth has died. Okay. Anyways, so Burning Man. Where is Burning Man? Burning Man is Nevada, US. Oh, so like Vegas. Okay, all right. Oh, that was the end of that. So anyway, it's in Vegas. So now we're gonna go to the next one. So this was the part 2 that she made.
Okay, hi guys. So I was gonna do the part 2 to the story because I didn't get to finish my little story time video. But I got a text from my ex-boss last night saying that he's gonna sue me. I guess he got butthurt about the storytime video.
He's suing her.
Then he lied about
He's suing her over the TikTok story time that she made. Dennis, you are the worst.
Live this morning and called me a clout chaser, even though I've literally never mentioned his name on my channel. Humble yourself.
Get him, sis. Grab him.
I just made a storytime video because I'm a content creator who makes story times. It wasn't interesting.
The same way Dennis talks shit about so many people because he's a drama channel. I hope they sue you, Dennis. Like, that's the energy that you're now gonna give and get back. I don't mean to be like Trisha Paytas, like manifestation about it, but like, what goes around comes around, and I mean it's very clearly coming around you. Just how many times it can fucking loop around.
Story. If I wanted clout, I could make a whole YouTube video and end his career and go off. But I don't use his name. I've made one storytime video about this. Like,
could you imagine how much information she has on him, by the way?
Just don't understand where that came from.
Alright, so there was that one. Now, I do want to skip to her Twitter right now. So, so anyway, here was the Burning Man video. So, Tiana, which is her name, said the following. So she's been tweeting a little bit. She just created her Twitter and she said, "Hi guys, I'm so stressed and overwhelmed by all of this drama." So now Dennis is like trying to ruin the life of like just like a young girl who he was in the wrong for how he treated her, allegedly. And now he's trying to ruin her. So this is the kind of person we're dealing with. This 40-year-old man is trying to ruin this young girl. "Hi guys, I'm so stressed and overwhelmed by all of this drama, and I want to accept legal help from all of those who have offered, but they're all drama channels I know nothing about, and I don't know who I can trust. I literally only care about being able to speak freely, and I'm not trying to intentionally destroy anyone's career or add to the drama. If I could just finish my storytime video in peace, that would be dope." So here we literally have her being like, I just want to say what happened to me. And Dennis isn't even allowing that to happen. So then she tweeted, "Imagine being an old man suing a she's just a baby, 22-year-old girl for making a TikTok storytime video where your name was never even mentioned." And as we can see, she's getting a lot of support. Considering Dennis gets like 10 to 12 likes per tweet, she's averaging 2,000. And then said, "Old man calls me a clout chaser when I've never mentioned his name. Please check your ego. Have made one video about him, about my experience, and I've never done a single interview even though I've had an insane amount of people reach out to me. I don't even care for drama and want no part in any of it, but to sue me when I wasn't even coming at you, and then you straight up lie on live stream and then not let me show my receipts, I don't like that. Also lying about buying me water." So even stupid shit. So Dennis went on, so here she's proving that she was like buying her own water and stuff. So Dennis went on his live stream, and I'm not gonna even watch it because it really pisses me off, and it also doesn't add much to the story other than him literally saying like, "She's just using my name for clout, you know, every bitch just needs to talk about me, oh, blah, blah, blah," all this kind of stuff, and she never once mentioned his name. She was doing a simple TikTok, and he's so threatened because I can't imagine the amount of information that she does have on him. But Tiana, you have my support, you have the muckers' support, and don't allow someone in the workplace to be like mentally like abusive to like try threaten to just sue you instead of you being able to share your truth. Dennis, hasn't that what you've always been about, sharing your truth? So, muckers, let me know your opinion. I love you, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one, and I really don't like this. Tiana, you have my support. Muckers, I love you, and I'll see you in my next one, and bye. Mwah.